It's your boy Rizz, smacking y'all with the Yah-Mean of the day. The disconnect between men and women. This is part 2. Men and women. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about past trauma. Let's talk about emotional distress from the things that you were brought up around. Whether it's your parents being dismantled, one of you having a family or parents that was married, the other one having a more of a single household. Let's talk about that. These are some of the differences that can lead to the disconnect between men and women, in my personal opinion. The woman may have a single mother. Her single mother may be a strong mother, but very, very bitter. And always called out men. Always told her what she should be getting from a man. This and that. You make sure he take care of you. You always get the money from him and things of that nature. Then you may have a guy who grew up in a household where both of his parents was married. And his father was the breadwinner. And the mother was pretty much the stay-home mom, taking care of the kids, taking care of the home. And she was pretty much passive because she was submissive to the father of what he had to say and how he wanted to run things. Now, you're dealing with a person now who looks at you like, yo, what are you talking about submissive? Like, that's not what I saw. My mom told me that this is what I'm supposed to get out of a man, blah, 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 blah. And then he's telling her, no, this is what my parents did, blah, 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 blah. It's a disconnect right there because there's no understanding on what it takes because both parties are talking about their upbringing, how they were raised and what they saw. It's like a woman growing up with just a mother. If a mother is pretty much like a gold digger type and always doing what she needs to do to get whatever she needs to get out of a man, most likely, not in all cases, but most likely she's going to grow up seeking those same things from a man. Well, I saw my mom get it, so this is what it's going to be. It's like a lot of people, if they seen abuse throughout their relationships, you know what I mean? Throughout the relationships with their mother and father, they go into relationships thinking that may be okay. This is what I saw out of my mother. This is what I saw out of my father. And they still stayed together 20 and 30 something years. It's okay because you do have some couples and some marriages that stay no matter what the case may be. Got a full pack of nothing but police reports in their files at the local police district. But they still staying together. These are some of the things that comes along when people are trying to get together. Some people take their past, how they were raised, past trauma, boyfriends that ran over girlfriends or put them in disarray, turmoil. Fellas with toxic women that was just crazy, just out of control, always on their ass, trying to check phones, this, that, and the third. Like they were very, very controlling. So when they come into situations like their new situation, they believe that this is how it's supposed to be. And even a man that may be tired of that, but he's looking at the new woman, anticipating it. It's like they're on standby or waiting for her to want to check the phone, to go crazy, to trip about a girl he may have saw in the street that he just went to school with, didn't do nothing with, ever. Not even attracted to her. But it's a woman. And he's expecting that woman to go off like his old woman did. These are a lot of the things that we deal with. The disconnect. Because people thinking that their past situations should be their current situations. And it's not. When a woman talks to a clown guy, she had 3 clown dudes before you, oh, she will test you. It will take a while for her to really realize and recognize a real guy because of the fact that all she is used to. She's going to think that you operate like him. Oh, you're not gonna say nothing about me going out with the girls? No. This is what we do in life. You hang out with your girlfriends, you hang out with me, like this is normal stuff. But to an insecure guy who she's been dealing with throughout the years, that wasn't what she was used to. That wasn't what she was used to. When a woman is dealing with a man, you know, who is just very laid back, you know, very passive, if she's not used to that, it's going to be a disconnect somewhere. And I think for us as people to understand that it can turn around, but both parties need to seek some type of professional help to get to an understanding, because I don't think it's going to happen between one another, just them, without any assistance of help of any professionally, as far as counseling, you know, some type of mentor, somebody who's been there before to sit you down and say, I've been through this before. Let's talk about it at the round table. These couples are not going to understand that. They're going to keep colliding because one is used to what they're used to and the other one is used to what they're used to. Some people you just can't talk out, you know, of a new situation. You know what I mean? Because they just believe that this is how it should be. If some people come from drama, that's all they're going to expect is drama. They don't know nothing about peace. You hear some women out here that will say, oh, no, you know, everything's been going good. Nah, I got to stir up some shit. As sadly as it is, but it's women out here that's like that. No, things been going too good. This don't sound right. Because they're used to arguing. They're used to doing things. And a lot of them want to push men's limits. They want to push men's limits. They want to see who they have. They want to see if they put up the same fight and the urge and the things of that nature. That's the crazy thing about it. It's a lot of past things that go on to what's going on today. And that's where a lot of the disconnects coming on. This is a broad subject, man. I have so much to cover on this. For everybody. We are losing as a society today with a disconnect between men and women. It's the way people were raised, and people want to stand on the things that they were raised. Well, my dad did this. Well, my mom did this. And it's like, although you can appreciate that, but it's like, we are our own now. We are our own parents now. It's a lot of cycles that has to be broken today. A lot of our moms and dads, you know, they came from the society where, you know, working a 9 to 5 and doing that till you retire is the right thing to do, is the safest thing to do. But today, a lot of people are stepping out, more entrepreneurs, more people stepping out and doing things that they are creatively creating. You know what I mean? The bars that they setting, you know, doing a lot of the things that they consist with their own talent, you know, and making a living off of it. It's very creative today. Our parents would have never stepped out of that box. They still currently today don't want to step out of that box. You have parents that don't believe in none of the entrepreneur things. Oh, well, what about the benefits? What about this? What about this? They worry about all these things because it's a safety situation with them. It's a safety. It's all about safety with them. Securing a consistent finance every week or every 2 weeks to pay your bills and to live your life. But when a kid comes to them and say, hey, look, that's not me. Like, I want to pursue this, this acting, or I want to pursue this being a content creator on YouTube, or whatever the case may be, the parents don't believe in that because it's not from their era. They're taught to work at a company, some big company for 30 years, retire, and your life's set. It's a difference out here today.